Here are 3 tips that I wanted to offer to you tonight when it comes to making changes in your life. So the first one is never make more than one change at a time. And when I say this, I mean like not huge life changes. I'm talking about like the small changes on a daily basis. So say your goal is I want to lose 30 pounds in the next 3-4 months, something like that. Rather than taking on this great big huge change all at one time, breaking that into smaller, more achievable goals is a better way for us to be able to move through that goal, because our bodies and our brains respond better when it doesn't feel like there's too much to do. So one small thing at a time. If that goal happened to be 30 or 40 pounds in 3 or 4 months, then it might be, okay, well, how do I go about doing that? That's my big goal. What is one action item that I can do? One item, not several. Maybe it is, okay, well, I don't have a really great habit now of hydrating myself and fueling my body that way. So maybe what I can do then is start with 3 or 4 days a week consuming water first thing in the morning. 16 ounces maximum, no more, because our bodies actually can't handle that much at any given time. Hi, Tiffany. Hey, Pav. Good to see you. Yeah, our bodies actually can't handle more than 16 ounces of water per hour, so don't drink more than that, especially first thing in the morning. And you also don't need to douse your body throughout the day and just chug, because it actually really stresses the kidneys. So starting out with that big goal over the next 3 to 4 months, say it's 30 to 40 pounds, starting with 3 or 4 days a week of drinking water first thing in the morning when you get up. Say you decide to do that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That is one thing that gets you closer towards your goal. It's a health promoting habit that you can do. And so in terms of drinking that water, just use it as a flush first thing in the morning, and then make sure you continually sip water throughout the day so that you don't stress your kidneys. That's an added bonus of a tip in terms of drinking the water part. But all the little things that you can do slowly chip away at the larger goal. It's like the reference that I use of eating an elephant. Hey, Tyler. So one bite at a time, one thing at a time. Start with that. Get really good at it. It needs to be something that underwhelms you, not overwhelms you. So if it overwhelms you, it's too much, you will build up resistance and you will quit. Which leads me to my second point. Another tip about moving forward in the face of change. This is a tip that I borrowed from, you love eating elephants, nice. This is a tip that I have borrowed. Hey, Lyle. Good to see you on here. So this tip is from Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins, not related to Tony Robbins at all, but a really great speaker on the idea of, change is one of them. She's got a lot of really great ideas as well. The biggest thing that she's known for is a trick that she uses to be able to override our... when we tend to talk ourselves out of doing something that could be potentially healthy for us. So she uses the technique 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and she thinks about a rocket launching. When we count down backwards from 5 to 1, we are more likely to take action in that sense. Before we talk ourselves out of doing something that could progress our lives, that could move us out of that comfort zone or that box or the CrossFit box, as I alluded to in the beginning. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm telling you, works like a charm. I've tested it out on my kids on a daily basis, and every single time, if I was to go 1 up to 5, they might be like, well, maybe there's a 6 or 7 or 8, so they're looking for a little bit of leeway. We will do the same thing too, because that's our inherent nature to do that, to make things easy on ourselves. Except for easier isn't always better. So counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take the action before you talk yourself out of getting up with your alarm clock and hitting the snooze button again. Use that technique, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm telling you, it will help you shift out of a difficult habit that you're trying to change one step at a time. The third tip is something that I wish I'd done before, and I'm always about being like the hero and wearing the cape, and doesn't always work out to my benefit. And that is getting the right support. So absolutely, we can do a lot of these things on our own. What I've learned in the past, though, is that it takes a hell of a lot longer to do it on your own. Yeah, you might get somewhere fast, but if you want to go far, you need to have a team. And that's the thing, I keep saying it a lot too, is that no man is an island. We absolutely need the right support. Whether that comes from friends or family or from someone that you hire, support is always going to be necessary for that sustained change. The one thing that I'll caution you with when it comes to friends and family is that, yes, they're absolutely wonderful, and most times that support's going to come free, right? But in this particular case, remember that friends and family are typically going to be subjective. Hey, Clayton and Haley, hi. Friends and family are typically going to be subjective. So a lot of the times they'll help you out, but they don't want to hurt your feelings. They don't want to hinder your progress. They don't want to ruin a relationship or potentially ruin a relationship. So oftentimes you will get support, but maybe not the right kind of push that you need, the kind of push that you would get from someone that is objective. So I've learned that in the past as well. I've certainly reached out to family. I've certainly reached out to friends, and I've gotten support that has helped me move along in steps. Nothing has been more effective than having a coach, than having a strategist, than having a mentor. And this lesson can sometimes be very expensive when it comes to business, when it comes to your health, is not having the right objective support. Because those people that you bring into your life too, when they're objective, because they're generally not family members, they're generally not friends, they're people that you are bringing into your life that you've hired as support. They don't care if you like them or not. They're there to do a job, and you go to them and you ask them for support. Say it happens to be in weight loss or in getting better sleep or figuring out a system that's going to be appropriate for you on a daily basis about how to, go about your day. Your support is always going to be better when it comes from someone objective, someone who's trained, and someone who has experience in that field. The more specific you can get, the better. Hiring someone that is a transformation coach or a wellness coach, awesome, but how do they help you specifically? Are they transformational in helping you on daily routines? Are they transformational with weight loss? Even more, are they transformational for weight loss for people under 30 or people over 50? So the more specific you can get, our subconscious is very literal, the better your results are going to be. So that third point on getting the proper support, ideally from someone objective who is trained, experienced, knows where they're going, and doesn't give a flying rat's what you think of them. They're there to help you do what you need to do and accomplish your goals. That's ultimately going to help you move past what we call, the terror barrier. Move off of out of your comfort zone. I'm thinking off of the CrossFit box because of the CrossFit yesterday. But that is going to help you move forward past those fears that you have, fears that are keeping us stuck, fears that are keeping us from living our true potential, and fears that are keeping us from really connecting with what our purpose is here on this planet in the trying times of what we call the COVID, and outside of that, before and after. And I'm hoping there's going to be an after. So, all right. So those 3 tips, let me summarize for you. Once again, the first one, to help you move out of that, out of the fear zone, to help you move into change that will help you become a better version of yourself. The first one is doing everything one step at a time. You've got probably a mile-long list of things that you want to do. Pick one of them, the one that's the most meaningful for you, the one that you can do, and the one you're going to have the most success at. Note that, the one you will have the most success at, and work with that one. Hey, Catherine. Just noticed that now. So that's one thing at a time. I heard a quote a while ago by the authors of The One Thing, and it goes something like this. Doing multiple things at one time is a great way, or trying to multitask is a great way to screw up 2 things at one time. And There's kind of a lot of truth to that. So number 2 was using the trick 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 as presented to us by Mel Robbins. Basically what that does is it helps us move past our tendency to talk ourselves out of something that could make a really big difference in our lives. Hey, Crystal, it's good to see you. I went to school with Crystal long time ago. And then the third point is making sure that you get the right support. Again, it's a mistake that I made in the beginning. I've been in the business, this particular business, living life for over 5 years now. So yes, I've gone through a lot of changes myself. But I didn't get the right support in the beginning, and it took me a little while to figure out that that support would help me accelerate and help me be more successful with the results that I was seeking. So there you have it. 3 tips to help you with moving past change.